I heard you've got a story that you want to write, and I think that is unbelievably awesome. However, would it be safe to say that you might be a little intimidated about where to start or just about the process in general? Believe me, I've been there. I've been exactly where you have, and you know what? So has every other writer that I have met. So you are in very good company. However, I do want to share a few things that I think might actually make the process a little bit easier. So, if you stick around, I just want to tell you a few tips that I've learned the hard way. Tip number 4, all writers revise their work. This is just part of the process. You'll do the first draft. Some people think that this is it. This is all I got to do. And then they get done with that. Well, believe it or not, a lot of writers will stop after the first draft because they feel that they have this great idea in their head, and then when it gets down onto the page, it doesn't sound the way that they wanted it to, and so they think, well, okay, I'm done. But here's the thing about writing the story. You wrote the first draft. Now you have an idea of what the story is going to be. Now you know the kind of things that you're going to be seeing later on. Now you have a little bit better idea of who your characters are. You've got an idea about what the stakes are. And so then you go back to the other drafts and then you start reworking them. And when it comes to revising, here's what I would actually suggest. A lot of people think that I'm crazy for saying this, but literally rewrite everything. So what I like to do is I will bring up the document in one side of my computer screen, and then I'll have a blank document on the other side of my screen, and I will just go through the first draft and I will just retype everything. And one of the cool things about this is I find problems with my work. I find things that just don't quite work, and I'll find little bits of language that I think it would be better if I used other words or if I used other kind of dialects or those kind of things. Or I'll find parts where I said, oh, I had a much different idea in my head of what this scene looked like, but I just didn't write that down, so now I'm going to go back and fix it. And you're going to be having multiples of these drafts, and these drafts are not just for you as the writer to be able to kind of figure out where things are going to be going just in your story. It's also going to be a fantastic tool just for pure editing. You're going to find those little points where you missed a period or you missed a quotation mark. It's like, it still happens. You're going to find those parts where you just misspelled a word or you used the other spelling of a word. Believe me, that throws things off like crazy. Your spell check is not necessarily going to check those ones. The word's going to be right, but it's just going to be the wrong actual word. So going through and actually doing revisions, this is a fantastic way to physically find how to make your story just a little bit better. And like I said, you're going to be doing multiple revisions through the course of this thing, and that's okay. Just expect it. If this was something that you enjoyed or you found helpful, I'm really glad, and I really hope that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me to grow and helps me to, help more people. Otherwise, yeah, good luck and happy writing.